महिलाओं के खिलाफ घरेलू हिंसा एक गंभीर सामाजिक समस्या है जिसमें शारीरिक, मानसिक, भावनात्मक या आर्थिक शोषण शामिल है। महिलाओं और बच्चों पर इसका सबसे ज़्यादा असर पड़ता है। घरेलू हिंसा के कई रूप हो सकते हैं, जिनमें शामिल हैं शारीरिक हिंसा, यौन हिंसा, भावनात्मक या मानसिक हिंसा, आर्थिक हिंसा, पारिवारिक समस्याएं एवं आदि। इसी कड़ी में कोलकाता में एक अनएक्सप्लोरेटरी स्टडी का आयोजन किया गया। यह कार्यक्रम संयम एनजीओ ने किया था।
SWAYAM is a feminist organization which has been working for 30 years to address gender equality and violence against women and girls. We work in two ways. One is direct support services to women survivors of violence. We work with any form of violence and we provide a range of service including counseling as well as legal advice. On the other hand, we work on looking at preventing violence from happening in the first place because we know that this is a structural problem, looking at changing mindsets through campaigns, awareness programs, trainings, capacity buildings, creating IEC material, and working in collaboration with other networks and like-minded organizations. We are based in Kolkata, working at a national level as well, and we have two communities we work in. One of it is an urban community in Metiaburuj, Kidipur and Moheshtala, and in Diamond Harbour where we work in 5 Gram Panchayat. So when we talk about women's violence, we are looking at 1 in 3 women who experience violence once in their lifetime. This is the recorded data which is globally. This is also the NCRB data from India and United Nations data. However, most women don't report violence, which means that 1 in 3 is actually a lesser number. And violence means structural. When we are born, women face unequal kind of inequality and violence in their homes right from the time they are born, whether we look at sex selection, whether we look at girl child, and then from a younger age, whether preferential for a girl child, child marriage, going on to dowry, child marriage, domestic violence, honor killing, on to different rape, sexual assault at workplace. So there's a range of violence women experience just because they're women, because we unfortunately still live in an unequal patriarchal society where women over the years have had unequal or lack of support in their own personal, structural and other spaces. So today we are launching a research on natal family violence. Natal family is violence that women experience from their parents, from their natal homes. This is something we haven't usually talked about because of awareness globally and in India. We do recognize domestic violence or intimate partner violence. And when we look at domestic violence, we often think of our partners or husbands or their families. But unfortunately, violence starts at a young age from the homes that we are born in, whether, as I mentioned earlier, on sex selection, it could be violence because of lack of access to various resources. It could be around child marriage and other forms of incest that young girls face as a young age. So I think violence has been there all along, but SWAYAM's 30 years of experience, we have recorded cases where women have come experiencing natal family violence, but somewhere during the COVID period, we saw a huge increase because women were stuck in the homes with their parents and the violence increased a lot. And post-COVID we felt the need to study this further because somewhere there is a further stigma talking about violence which my parents are doing onto me, and there is so much of shame around this. Women do not want to talk about it, and this is a sensitive issue that we need to raise awareness about and sensitize families, communities, institutions and state agencies on how to respond to this.
स्वयं एक संस्था है जो महिलाओं के अधिकार के लिए काम कर रही है पिछले 30 सालों से। स्वयं अभी 3 जगह स्थान करता है, एक मेटियाबुरुज में, दूसरा डायमंड हार्बर में और तीसरा है हाजरा। तो हमारे पास डायरेक्टली विमेन आ सकती हैं, फ़ोन के माध्यम से भी आ सकती हैं और मेल के माध्यम से भी आ सकती हैं। क्राइम रिपोर्ट के हिसाब से जहाँ देखा जा रहा है कि हर दिन 386 महिलाएँ अपने पति और ससुराल वालों के द्वारा अत्याचार हो रही हैं। ये हर दिन का डेटा है।
अगर किसी को भी ज़रूरत पड़े, संयम एनजीओ की कोलकाता में इनके 2 संस्था हैं और एक डायमंड हार्बर में है। संयम का संपर्क नंबर है